Hey guys, it's Sean was here back again with another video. So today's video is going to be about introversion and shyness and how the two are not the same. Basically, introversion is, somebody who spends more time alone. They recharge alone. They don't necessarily like social interaction. And there are a lot of other things that incorporate introversion. Whereas shyness is someone who, at first might not necessarily warm up to new people or new experiences, but with time they'll warm up, and then the shyness will go away and probably lead into their true personality or their true disposition. Whereas introversion is, I'm introverted today and I'm gonna be introverted tomorrow and I'm gonna be introverted the next day as well, because this is who I am. Like, I don't consider myself a shy person. I feel like I am a little bold, a little intense, and I am also a little blunt. I'm blunt and straight to the point. I'm somebody that doesn't try to dance around topics or dance around different things. I don't necessarily like to waste too much time. And again, like I said before in my previous videos, I don't like fluff. So if there's no progress being made in the conversation and in the action or activity or whatever it is that I'm doing that's social, then I'm gonna drop it, because it's like I don't necessarily care to be continuing to do this. Shy individuals, on the other hand, they're usually just shy and not necessarily as confident in the beginning phases of an interaction or the beginning phases of an event or whatever it is that they have to attend or be a part of. But with repetition, they can become unshy and then start to really be more comfortable. And then you might even see an extrovert pop out, because this person, again, may not have been introverted, they're just shy. Shy people are people where I feel like it takes a little bit of time to get them to warm up to situations, whereas an introvert is, I'm not changing the way I feel about this situation. I'm not changing the way I feel about social interaction. I will always need to be alone no matter what. Like, shy people don't necessarily need to be alone. They don't necessarily need to be in their own space in order to feel comfortable, in order to continue doing what they're doing. Shyness is something that can potentially be a temporary thing until they get comfortable or used to whatever the situation is. Introversion is you. It's me. It's who we are. Like, we were born with a certain gravitation towards just being in solitude, and this isn't gonna change even if I become more comfortable in a situation. I go to work every day. Definitely not shy. Maybe the first few days it's like it's a new job, you're learning new skills, you're learning to meet new people and all of that shit. But after that, I settled in my introversion because it's who I am. Somebody who's extroverted might have the same exact experience in regards to a new situation, a new job, they met somebody new or whatever. But as they get more used to this person, as they get more used to the job and the environment, they may start to show more and more and more of their personality. I'm an introvert. What you seeing is what you're getting, and that's gonna be a consistent thing. Whereas shy people may become a lot more open and a lot more responsive when it comes to certain interactions, certain events, or whatever. And a lot of people definitely can sometimes misconstrue the two, because they are very similar. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of shy introverts, and there are also a lot of introverts that are shy, but they don't always come together. It's the same concept of how introversion is not being antisocial. Introversion is a very broad thing that a lot of people misconstrue for a lot of different things. And shyness is a big one. Like, I can easily go into a situation, say my name, introduce myself, and not feel no type of way in regards to how I've expressed myself and brought myself to you. A shy person may not even bring their true authentic self in the first place, and they might need warming up to bring that authentic self out into the open. Right. And then whereas someone that's introverted, they'll come through with their introversion, and yes, they may be shy, but once the shyness wears off, the introversion is still there. For shy people who aren't introverted, once the shyness wears off, then there's something else. And that's why I'm saying that these two are not the same. They may walk on the same path sometimes, because a lot of introversion has to do with shyness. A lot of people are shy, and because they feel like, what they're going to say or how they might express themselves may not be taken as well as they want, they hold back. But once they start doing the thing and they get comfortable, shy people just straight up, they might start showing a whole different side to themselves that may not even have anything to do with introversion. Whereas an introverted person, once the shyness wears off, then you got the introvert. So that's pretty much my discussion of shyness and introversion. The main idea is that shyness is something that could potentially be temporary. And when somebody gets more comfortable in the situation or the event or, whatever it is they're doing, then the shyness goes away and may lead to something completely different. Whereas in the introvert, this is kind of sort of who we are. Like, it's how we're wired. So once the shyness goes away, I'm still introverted. I'm still not going to be talking much. Like, I went from being shy and not knowing you or not knowing the event or not knowing this place very well to now I know more about it, which means now I'm going to be more comfortable in my introversion, because that's what I am. That's what I do. So yeah, I really hope that I've gone into a good amount of detail in regards to just the nuances between them. Again, these things are not the same. Like, shyness is not introversion. Introversion is not shyness. They are very similar, and people can be both, but the one does not automatically come with the other. Shy people are just shy because they don't have the experience or they're not comfortable. Introverts are introverted because that's who they are as a person. Now, people can be shy as a personality as well. Like, they're just straight up shy in every situation they go in, and everywhere they go, they be holding back in the beginning because they're kind of scary. But eventually, the shyness gives way to a more comfortable, actual version of themselves. Introversion would be an example of that comfortable version of themselves. Shyness would lead into you finding out that someone's introverted. But someone's introversion may not necessarily lead to you finding out that they're shy. It may lead to you finding out that they're bold. It may lead to you finding out that they can be, a very strong, staunch leader. It can lead to you finding out that this person just may be, a whole bunch of other things that aren't even related to being shy. So, introversion and shyness, they can run along the same paths. But please, please, please don't automatically label someone as being shy because they're introverted. They're introverted because maybe they don't like people. Maybe they don't like talking to people. Maybe they don't like being in social spaces for too long. Maybe they just, straight up, no cap, don't got nothing to say, so they're not saying nothing. All these different things don't automatically mean someone is shy. It don't automatically mean they're antisocial. It don't automatically mean that they standoffish. It's just it can lead potentially into that, but you gotta actually learn these people first before you just throw in a label. So yeah, if you made it this far, I appreciate you. As always, thank you for listening to me speak, and thank you so much for joining me in this talk of just learning what introversion is and what it's not. I plan on going into a lot of detail about introverts because I'm starting to really understand that as introverts, we're completely misunderstood. A few people have even labeled me shy, and I'm like, me shy? Nah. I just, I'm not a people person. I'm not a people person. I never was, never will be. Social interactions, I'm human, so I gotta do them. But it doesn't necessarily mean that I care to do them all the time, or that I particularly like doing it. But we're humans, we have to communicate, or we can't grow as a species. But shyness is something that I don't take on to myself. I can go and start a conversation with a complete stranger. Now, will I want to stay in that conversation? That's what makes me introverted, because I may not. I might not, and it sounds mean, but I might not. Whereas a shy person would just be kind of wary in regards to maybe initiating that conversation. But once they know who you are, they know your body, they understand who you are, they'll be more inclined to just being more comfortable, letting some more of themselves go. I don't care how comfortable I get with you. I'm still not maybe gonna open myself up too much because I'm not shy. I'm purposely being the way I am because it's who I am. So shyness is potentially just a lack of experience in the situation. Introversion is who you are as an individual on the inside. Completely different things that can be related to each other, but they are not tied to each other. So I appreciate y'all. Take care.